A Texas police dispatcher has been suspended after her husband caught officers, including two with whom she was having an affair with, and her boss is investigating whether some of the hanky-panky occurred on duty. Crystal Perez, 38 years old, an overnight dispatcher at the Baxter County Sheriff's Office in San Antonio, was placed on an unpaid leave after her husband, Giancarlo Perez, discovered steamy messages on her cell phone. Along with Perez, Sergeant Ronaldo Salinas and Deputy Juan Lea, who also has been suspended, face possible termination over the scandal, according to the outlet. Their conduct, apparently, according to the investigation, was found to be egregious enough to where we would issue those proposed termination. Sheriff Javier Salazar was quoted as saying, "Another one of those officers, Deputy Jason Javier, has been hit with a proposed suspension of 30 days, and his wife, Jessica Jarvis, is divorcing him after she claimed he admitted to an affair with Perez." Jessica Jarvis told the outlet, and I quote, "These are people that are supposed to be protecting us, serving and making sure the community is safe, and instead they're busy setting up appointments to basically have sexual relations." Giancarlo Perez said she was the one who discovered the salacious text between his wife and 6 bizarre county deputies and an officer with the City of the Converse Police Department. He shared some of the messages he sent to Salinas with KABB, which reported that some of the exchanges were too explicit to share. Salinas was quoted as saying, "I feel so hot and exy when I'm in you," and the dispatcher replied, "I can feel it, all of it, and I love it." The sergeant wrote, "We need another hotel day," in which she responded, "Yes," with about 7 exclamation. Leah also wrote Perez, "I can't wait for us to be and us caressing each other and then kissing each other all over," according to KABB. "F yes," she replied. The jilted hubby said he handed over the messages to the sheriff's office, which launched an internal affair investigation. "She was the love of my life, and it was very distraught, heartbreaking, and I was in disbelief," Giancarlo told KABB. They use emojis to reference body parts. They talk about kissing, making out, and these sexual connections. "She was the love of my life, and it is very distraught, heartbreaking, and I was in disbelief," Giancarlo Perez said. It was unclear if any of these people were on duty when the texts were sent or when the alleged tryst took place, but one of the messages was sent at 10 p.m. when Salinas reportedly wrote Perez, "I get off at midnight, come in early." Sergeant Ronaldo Salinas, who faced possible termination among the cops to exchange steamy texts with Perez. Deputy Juan Lea, who also faced possible termination, wrote to Perez in one text that he couldn't wait for them to be naked and us caressing each other. It didn't appear that any of the people involved broke the law, but those disciplined reportedly violated the policy of the sheriff's office. Certainly, the case is being taken seriously, and quite frankly, I believe it's quite possible some people are going to lose their career as a result of this. Salazar told KABB, "The tardy drama in San Antonio comes in the heel of the raunchy Megan Hall sex scandal at the City of Laverne Police Department in Tennessee. The internal probe found that Hall, a married 26-year-old police officer, had sexual encounter with 6 other cops, including an affair with a sergeant and a threesome with another cops and his wife." Police Chief Barrow Chip Davis was dumped after the sexcapade occurred under his watch with his knowledge, and he shared explicit message to Hall on a burner phone, the investigation found. The scandal also cost Hall and 5 other officers their job, with another 3 suspended. I think it's embarrassing that officers that are supposed to be protecting their communities are engaging in such a salacious act. And I'm happy that the husband is able to expose this, his wife. And the sad thing about this story is these officers, they risk their life every day and to protect their community, and to lose their jobs over such a thing is so embarrassing. Especially positions like this have a lot of benefits, and I don't know if they lose their jobs like this, they're probably not going to get those benefits. And if you think about it, this men, they have families, they have wives, they have kids, and now their pictures are all over the news. So this is definitely very humiliating. So if you are in this position and you know this sort of risk, they know the risk, but they still participated because they think they could get away with it. And if you think about it, people in this position of authority, if they think they can get away with it, what else are they getting away with? I don't want to appear as a judge because Anybody can fall into temptation. But at the same time, it is quite unfortunate that these men that risk their life to protect their community, we fall for something like this. And this is not just an indicative of a police department. This happens everywhere where you have men and women interacting in the workplace. In fact, the majority of the stories that I go through on this channel are women that have an affair at work. So the majority of affair, I can say maybe, let me just throw out a number there, maybe 80% or 90% of affairs that I go through on my channels are usually women that met their affair partner at work. And these women, they might be having multiple partners and why they're in a relationship. So it's just a message for people out there. If you know the risk, try not to participate in an extramarital affair at work. Try to separate those two. And if you could help, try not to have an affair entirely. Please let me know what you think about this story. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and thumbs up my video so YouTube can promote my channel.